Hello, everyone. It's me, Imogen, and welcome back to Be Real with Imogen. So, we have a lot to talk about kind of today, but this is my fit for today. It's just a white romper and it has a little flap to make it look like it's a skirt, dress, whatever. But it's from Fashion Nova. Typically get my clothes there. So, anyways, I hope you all are doing well. I hope you guys enjoyed my first talk episode where I talked about the art of not giving a, you know. So today's topic, I think I mentioned it in my last episode. I don't recall, but I feel like it's another good topic to kind of start off with where I'm going. It is called, obviously the title you saw, You're Not Behind, You're Exactly Where You're Meant to Be. And we're going to get into that today. I feel like it's a good topic for us as we're going into adulthood, young adults, growing up, whatever, figuring out our lives. So let's get into it. It's enough yapping. So, anyways, so you are not behind, you're exactly where you're meant to be in life. And what I mean by that is that don't feel like you are behind compared to your peers. Whether it's people you are in the same friend group with, people you're close to, people you have mutuals with, people you graduated high school, college, whatever, elementary school with. So that is what I mean. I feel like especially with today, like I've always say with society and social media, we obviously see and hear everything about everyone. And obviously if you live in a small town like me, you're going to see and hear a lot about everyone. So I feel like oftentimes we tend to compare ourselves to those people. Like, oh, well, shoot, I feel like I'm behind now because this 21-year-old's already doing this and I'm 25 not doing that yet. But it's like, hang on, take a second. Let's take a step back. So I feel like that's where I'm trying to get at with today's talk. So, like I said, with social media, we often see so-and-so got engaged, so-and-so's getting married, they're graduating with their master's degree, maybe they're going into their master's degree, so-and-so just bought a house, they're pregnant, having their first kid, or, we even see people already buying a new sports car or starting their own business or opened up their own boutique or shop for their first business. And I feel like sometimes we tend to see that and then we kind of look at our lives and it's like, oh, I'm barely going to get my bachelor's degree and like they're already doing this or they're already like doing that, or I've been with so-and-so for like 3 years and I haven't got engaged to yet. I feel like we often tend to do that. And it's perfectly normal, disclaimer. I mean, it's in human nature. A lot of things is in human nature. I studied psychology. I know this. A lot of things and feelings and thoughts, they're just come to us naturally. And sometimes we can't stop it. Sometimes we can. Or we can't even put an end to it. You have to just really be strong-minded and really have to tell yourself, like, no, don't compare myself to so-and-so, whatever. So I feel like there's different ways to overcome that, and it's totally normal to want to overcome that or to just overcome that. One thing, obviously, is stop comparing yourself to others. We all have our different paths in life. Like, you don't have to be married by 26, already have a kid, a house, and your dream car. Like, there's not an instruction book in life. Yeah, like when we buy a freaking couch from the store, it comes with a book of instructions. Step 1, lay the boards flat. Step 2, grab your screwdriver, drill, whatever. That is not what life is. Life is not, oh my God, I feel like a preacher right now. Life is not, we don't have instructions. We are not born with a book on how our life should go, what we're supposed to do, where we're supposed to be at, who we're supposed to be with. Like, when you're a newborn, you're crying when you come out the womb. You don't already have a doctor handing you, here's your book of life, take it when you're 10 years old and go from there. Like, no, that sounds goofy to say, but that's not how life is. And I feel like that's just something we have to remember. Like, we're not, some things we're meant for, some things we're not. I feel like we just, have to go with the flow and create your own flow. That's one thing. I feel like sometimes, we're just like, oh my God, I feel like I'm supposed to be here already in life. I feel like I'm supposed to do this. Like I said, we're not born with an instruction book how to live our lives. We are literally born, and then as we grow up, we figure out our paths, figure out who we want to be with, people we want to surround ourselves with, figure out a lot of things. And that's just what life is. Like, as you grow up, you're going to see what you like. You're going to find your interest. You're going to find what you want to go to school for. If you decide to go to school, you don't have to. If you want to, great. If you don't, great. You don't necessarily need a degree to be successful in life. Obviously, if you go to school for something, it's, it's good either way. But anyways, that's not the topic right now. Dang, what was I saying? See, I go off topic and then I forget. So, like I was saying, as we grow up, we find our interests, we find our friend groups, we find who we are. And I feel like we never truly find who we are because we still continue to grow every day. We still figure out everything. We still are figuring out everything every day. Like, me personally, I found who I am. I found what I've liked. I found my interests. I found my friend group. I found my career, obviously what I have my degree in, that's what I want to pursue. But I feel like we still are trying to figure ourselves out every day. Like, oh yeah, I just realized I don't like that anymore. And then, like I said too, we grow out of things a lot too. So, let me see, what's a good example? So, I used to not like dressing like this. I was never girly. Like, growing up, if you knew me, middle school, high school, I was very tomboy. And I never liked wearing dresses. I never liked wearing makeup. I never liked doing my hair. Plus, I was in sports, too. So I was like, okay, what's the point of doing my hair and makeup if I'm going to go sweat it off at soccer or track practice after school? Like, come on. But once I got into college, I was like, I kind of like this girly look on me. I like wearing makeup. I like curling, straightening my hair. I like wearing cute dresses and outfits. And then eventually I figured out that's who I was. I like dressing up. I don't care what anyone says about me dressing up. I like to dress classy. I like to dress, sometimes I'll go out and dress, like I'm going out. So that's kind of where I'm getting at with this. Like, every day we're finding who we are. We're finding our style. We're finding everything. And that kind of goes with our own path in life. We're all going to choose different things. We're all going to begin and end in different areas. And that's where we kind of have to not compare ourselves because we're figuring out every day our life. This is our first time doing life. We were not this is our first time doing life. Like I said, there's no instructions on how you're supposed to go on about your path, where you're supposed to be at already. You just got to go with it, man. You just got to go with it. So that's where I'm trying to say just stop comparing yourself to your peers. Like, don't feel like you have to be married already at 26 with your first kid, already with your first house. Like, some people have kids earlier than that, and that's perfectly okay. Like, it's okay. Unless it's teen, don't do that. But as we grow into adulthood, it's fine. 20 and up. But anyways, damn, I don't want to get into that. So anyways, I feel like a lot of us tend to just feel like we need to hurry up and be married because our best friend's married, or one of our peers from high school is married, or, oh my God, I need to already have my house because so-and-so just bought their first house at 23, 24, and it's like I'm 26 and I still haven't. It's okay. You're not behind. Or even too, sometimes with school, like, I feel like like I said in my last episode, I think some people start their paths later than others, and that's perfectly fine. It is getting hot in here. So, like I said, when I was in college, when I actually did like in person at like Fresno State and Fresno Pacific and whatever colleges I went to, I saw people who were older than me. I was like a freaking little 20-year-old in this like advanced psychology class, and then I would see people who were like 40 and up. But I didn't judge them. I wasn't like, oh, damn, like they're coming to college late. Like I'm 20 years old, gonna have my degree next year, and like they're barely 40 and barely gonna get it. Like I did not have those thoughts because I don't know what that person went through before they started going to college. So why am I gonna sit there and judge them and be like, you're behind in life, you are way behind more than me, I'm 20 years younger than you, and I'm already getting my degree. Like, no, that's, I didn't know. What if that person had a kid and they couldn't finish school because, they obviously had to prioritize their kid, which is perfectly normal. What if that person had to work before they decided to go back to college? They needed the funds to go to college. That's totally normal. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, don't think you're behind. If you're ahead in life more than some of us, good for you. I know some people who are younger than me and they have like a house already. And I'm like, honestly, I'm happy for you. You obviously did more than what I fucking probably did. But, that's the thing too with age differences. Like some of us have different mindsets. Some of us have that mindset where it's like once we turn 18, we kind of get set free from like our parents' stability and we have to go figure it out on our own. And that's another thing too. Like you don't know that some people are unfortunately not privileged to still be taken care of by their parents as they grow up. I am privileged and very fortunate that my parents still provide for me in some aspects of life. I won't go into detail, but obviously I'm a very independent woman, but there's certain things that my parents still provide, and I'm like, I'm so blessed to have that. So that's why, I kind of got where I am in life because I had that opportunity. I had that privilege, and there's some people who don't have that, and it's unfortunate. Maybe they like it like that, maybe they don't, but that's another thing too you have to think about. Like some people have to actually work for where they want to be at in life. Some people have to start off at a supermarket to get into a trade school or get into college if that's the path they choose, and you just never know. Like that's why I'm saying don't feel like you're behind, don't feel like you are starting late, starting whatever. No one's truly ever behind in life. We all have our own path. If you are 30 and up and you want to go back to college to get your master's degree, doctorate degree, even bachelor's degree, go for it. Don't let, other people who are younger than you already, who might have achieved that, bring you down if they do, or don't feel like, oh my God, like it's embarrassing. It's not embarrassing. It's not embarrassing to start late. It's not embarrassing to finish late just because some of your peers or whatever, already achieved that. That's good for them. I'm not saying it's not. It's good for them. But I'm saying when you do decide to start what you want to do, whether it's career, buy a house, buy a car, get married, have kids, all those important aspects in life, don't feel like you're behind. And I know some people say like, you need to have kids and be married by 30 and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, you don't need to. I mean, if someone wants to have a kid at 32, just let them have a kid at 32 or even 30. Just shut up. It's not your life. It's theirs. And, some of us are late bloomers. Some of us prioritize. And that's another thing. We all prioritize different things in our life, too. So that's why I feel like sometimes we may feel behind. Some of us prioritize school. Like me, for example. Like I very much kept my head in the books in college because I knew this is what I wanted. I'm not wasting my fucking time or going into debt. I knew since high school I wanted to go to college and get a degree in something that is actually going to give me a good career, psychology. This is what I wanted. No one forced me into it. Yeah, my parents encouraged me, but I mean, I wanted it too, so it's not like I was forced into it. But, I started very young and I prioritized that. I didn't prioritize anything else. I mean, yeah, obviously, I hung out with friends, whatever, did usual girl things, but I knew at the top of my noggin, I was like, I need to prioritize this before I get into this or before I get into that. But I'm still going to have like my fun. I'm still going to do what I want to do. I'm not just going to like head in the books. My heads were in the books. Obviously, I finished. But I knew that was my priority first before buying a house, before buying, well, I had a car. We're not getting into that. Before prioritizing marriage or anything, you know. And if something like that would have came along while I was in that process, I could have balanced both. But it didn't, which is perfectly fine. But, you know, some people achieve it too, like that way. I've seen people who go to college and they have a kid, or they're pregnant and finishing college, or they're getting engaged but still going to college. But that's what a power couple is too. I feel like, you know, like that's when a partner's supposed to support you and whatever. That's another topic. But it's totally normal to balance everything out. We all have different priorities, like I'm saying. Sometimes it comes at us unexpectedly and it's like, oh shit, I'm still in college but I'm already engaged. Like, hell yeah, you know, like it's okay. You're balancing both. You're doing what you need to do first, and then you're prioritizing your fiance, whatever. But like I'm saying, me personally, I knew I wanted to finish college, and I knew I wanted to just hurry up and get it done. So I made sure to prioritize that first. And, you know, sometimes I do feel behind. I'm like, damn, like a lot of my friends getting married and stuff, and I'm still here, like. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm happy for them, obviously. Shout out my homegirls. Y'all doing great in life. But I feel like me, sometimes I would feel like, damn, like all my peers doing this and I'm just, you know. But then sometimes I feel like sometimes people look at me and they're like, oh shit, she already has her degree and I'm still like, it's totally normal. But it doesn't mean I brought them down. I wasn't like, what the fuck? Like, you prioritize the wrong thing. Like, no, we all have a different path. My path was just going to college and finishing and doing what I need to do with college. Their path, totally different. I'm not one to judge their path. Good for them. Happy for them. But anyways, that's what I'm trying to get at in today's episode. Just do what you gotta do. Don't feel pressured. Don't feel rushed. Don't feel like you're falling behind. You know, you're on the right path, doing whatever you want to do. If you have a kid and you want to start your own business, do that. That is your path. If you are contemplating going back to college after having your first kid, or you just took like your own little break just to prioritize other things, work, and you're 24 and up or 23 and up and want to go back, just go back to college. You're not behind. You're not failing in life. You're not anything less than what others have already achieved and stuff. But I'm just saying that, you know, we can't sit here and judge people for where they're at in life and for where we're at in life. Whew, that was a straight yap. So, yeah, don't feel behind. You're not. Also, another thing with that too, I feel like wherever you're at in life, it's for a reason. You know, sometimes I look back at my life and I'm like, wow, like, good thing I did not do that because look where I am now. Or good thing I chose this path because look where I'm at now. And, you know, if you are religious, I feel like that's another thing too you can kind of think about. Like, it's God doing that for you. It's God choosing your path for you. He knows what's going to happen. He knows why he's doing that for you. He knows why he postponed this, or he knows why you got rejected from this or got this offer instead of this offer. It's all for a reason, and it's all different paths. So that's kind of where I'm at with today for the episode that I just presented for you guys. Talked, yapped straight through. Don't feel like you're behind. Don't feel like you're late in life. And hey, you know, if you are 21, you already have your house, good for you, you know. But I feel like those who have what they want in life already and kind of at where they're at in life, you know, have a house, have their car, I feel like that is good for you. Disclaimer, it's good for you. I'm happy for those people. But I feel like I often see too sometimes those who are already where they're at in life, they kind of bash those who are not yet where they want to be in life. Like I said, we all have our different paths. Because sometimes I do see like people who already have their dream house, dream car, whatever. They kind of bash those who don't. And it's like I kind of was saying in the beginning, you don't know why that person doesn't have that yet. It's not your business. It's not your story to write. It's not your story to tell. Like, if you have all that, good for you. Happy for you. But don't sit here and judge someone who still lives at home with their mom and dad. I mean, unless you're like, pushing 30, then it's kind of concerning. But, just kidding. I don't know why you still live there. It's not my business. But I feel like me personally, I want to be moved out of my house soon. I'm just kidding. But, mom and dad. But, I feel like we shouldn't judge those either who are not where they're at in life yet. It's not okay to sit here and judge someone because they still live at home. Like, you don't know why. Maybe, like me personally, I prioritized college. I knew I wanted to just hurry to finish college. Like, I knew that if I tried to get an apartment or a house while working full time, while going to school full time, it would have been very fucking stressful. And there's some people who do that, and that's props to you. But me personally, I feel like I would have been so stressed out and I would have just been prioritizing the wrong thing at the time. So that's why personally I didn't prioritize any of that. I prioritized the car and I got stressed the fuck out. But anyways, that's just me personally. But like I'm saying, for those who are, I've seen it often where people like bash other people like, oh, like, get your money up, like you're just doing this still, blah, 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 or, I don't know. I'm sure you guys get where I'm coming from, but I often see that too, and I'm just like, you don't know why that person's still where they're at in life. You don't know why they don't have this yet. You don't know, like, just shut up, mind your business. And that's another thing too, like, obviously a lot of people, some people are private with their lives, so it's like, when you do learn something about that person, it's like, oh shit, like I didn't know you were like already like getting your master's degree. Like I'm over here thinking you're just chilling and the whole time you're going to school or something. Like what people post on the internet too is not always true. So like just because someone's not consistently posting like their achievements in life or posting this or that doesn't mean they're behind or anything. It's just you don't see that side. You can't be quick to judge them and think like, oh, like I don't see them posting that they work or anything. Like they must just be a bum, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, some people don't want to post where they work or what their income is because y'all gonna be so quick to judge or say some, or I don't know. Me personally, I'm very private about my job, my career. I'm very private about, there's just certain things you gotta be private about. Another conversation. But that's another thing too. Just don't judge people for where they're at in life. You don't know why they're there. If someone's married at 23, 24, let them fucking be married at 23, 24. That's their business. If someone's having a kid at 21, 23, 24, 25, let them have a fucking kid. Like, that was their path. So, yeah, that's kind of where today's episode is, just you don't know why or what or who, just Alani sponsor me eventually. You just don't know. So that's why I'm saying don't feel like you're behind. If you're ahead of your peers, kudos to you, but also don't be humble about it. Be humble about it. Don't judge others who might be behind compared to you or not have what you have. You just don't know someone's story. You don't know their priorities. You don't know what they're going through, that they have to do a certain thing. That's kind of another thing too. I've seen people who have to kind of postpone their own doings in life because they have to prioritize something else. For an example, maybe they have to take care of a sibling because their parents are working or unfortunately, God forbid, not present. So they have to step up and be the parent. This is realistic thinking. And that kind of pushes them behind with like school or something. Or maybe you have to work and go to school, but your schooling's kind of a lot. So you have to do part-time on work, part-time on school, So it's going to take you a little longer than someone else. Like, you just don't know. So that's why I'm saying don't feel like you're behind. Don't feel like you have to be at a certain spot in life just because maybe your peers are already there or someone else you know is already there, whatever. Just create your flow, go with the flow, and you're going to get far in life. You're going to get where you want in life. Take your time. It's okay. If you are 30 and above or even late 20s and you want to go back to college, go back to college. Who cares what people think? You're not too old. It's not too late. It's not. Maybe some people just want to go to school just to have the degree, not necessarily to get a career, but they just want the degree. I don't know. There's a lot of different things. So if you are 25 and up or less than 25 and you want to start a career, start that career. It's never too late. It's never too early. Just do it. If you are barely 30 buying a house, totally normal. We all have different incomes. You don't know what someone's income is. You don't know why their income's that way. You just don't know. And for those of you who are ahead and doing good in life, that is good for you, happy for you. But like I said, just you don't know where someone's at with their life. So just sit back, be happy for others. Don't judge them just because it's already late for them and they're barely doing this. Just relax, mind your business, and be happy. But I think that concludes today's episode. Just don't feel like you're behind. Don't feel like it's too late. Don't let people get in your head like, oh, like you're barely doing this, you're barely doing that. Like, why did you do that so late? It's your story. It's your life. Only you know why you're doing something so late. And people are always going to have something to say. So just fuck it. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with today's episode. Just never feel like you're behind. We all have our own path. Just go with the flow, create your flow, and you're doing great. You're going to get where you want to be. So I think I will conclude today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you kind of got some fruit for thought to just go out and do it, no matter how old, no matter where you're at in life. Just do it. But thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I will be doing another episode soon. And if you haven't seen my other episodes, go watch them. And thank you. I'll see you guys next time.